All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about one of the most explosive scandals to ever rock the Korean entertainment industry. It's a story that has completely taken over the headlines, divided a massive fan base, and it's all centered on one of South Korea's absolute biggest stars, Kim Soo Hyun.
I mean, this story has so many twists and turns. You've got a beloved actor literally at the peak of his powers. Then there's a tragic, heartbreaking death. And the whole thing gets blown wide open by a single, mysterious photo. So the question we're going to try and unpack here is, how did one picture cause everything to unravel so completely?
So to get our bearings, let's do a quick flyby of the timeline. It all kicks off in March of 2024 with that social media post. About a year later, tragedy strikes. That tragedy then unleashes this flood of shocking allegations, and all of that leads us to today, with Kim Soo Hyun facing a massive career crisis.
Okay, so let's start where it all began. The single spark that lit this entire inferno, one little Instagram story.
So picture this, it's March 2nd, 2024. Kim Soo Hyun's drama Queen of Tears is a monster hit. And out of nowhere, actress Kim Sae-ron posts this picture of them, cheek to cheek. She deletes it almost instantly, but of course, the internet is forever. Screenshots go viral and the whole web just explodes with dating rumors.
And the way both sides reacted just threw gasoline on the fire. Kim Soo Hyun's agency came out immediately and just shut it down hard. They said the rumors were completely unfounded. But Kim Sae-ron? She first says she's getting a statement ready, and then just crickets, complete silence. And that disconnect, it just made everyone lean in a little closer and wonder, what is really going on here?
And this is where the story takes a really, really dark and tragic turn. Because following the heartbreaking death of Kim Sae-ron in February 2025, her family came forward. And the things they had to say completely changed the entire story. Her family came forward with this just devastating list of accusations. They claim that this relationship actually started back in 2015, when she was only 15 and he was 27, and that it lasted for 6 years. They allege he had a hand in her career moves, but then after her DUI scandal, his agency hit her with a demand for nearly $500,000. And when she supposedly begged him for help and he ignored her, she posted that photo out of pure desperation. And the most chilling part? They claim her death on his birthday was a deliberate final message.
And to back all this up, the family released what they claim are text messages from 2016. In one of them, a then 28-year-old Kim Soo Hyun is allegedly asking a 15-year-old Kim Sae-ron about becoming intimate. It was just a bombshell, a piece of evidence that sent shockwaves through the public.
So, facing a total career meltdown, Kim Soo Hyun and his legal team launched a major defense. They started building a counter-narrative to fight back against every single one of the family's claims.
And really, this entire insane scandal boils down to one crucial question. When did the relationship actually begin? Her family is adamant it was 2015, when she was a minor, but his agency swears it was late 2019, after she was a legal adult. This dispute over the timeline, it's everything.
His team's strategy was a full court press. First, they released 150 deeply personal letters that he wrote to a different girlfriend while he was in the military, basically saying, see, he couldn't have been with Sae-ron. Next, they claimed those awful text messages were fakes. They pulled out work schedules and military records as alibis. And finally, they hit back with a massive defamation lawsuit.
But this wasn't just going to be a legal fight. This turned into an all-out war for public opinion, and it was fought online where millions of people picked apart every single piece of evidence.
And that big move from the defense, releasing all those letters, it backfired.
spectacularly. Instead of seeing it as proof of his innocence, the public basically said, so he had a girlfriend? And? As one commenter put it so bluntly, there's something called cheating in this world. To a lot of people, it just made him look worse. And then there was this whole cloud of suspicion around the media. Kim Sae-ron's family claimed that they reached out to almost 100 mainstream news outlets and were just ignored. But then, when this controversial YouTuber puts out some nasty claims against Sae-ron, suddenly those same outlets were all over it. It really made people wonder if his team was trying to control the story. So what happened next? The public basically said, fine, we'll figure it out ourselves. Online detectives went to work on that infamous photo with insane detail. They figured out the photo filter was one that was popular back in 2016, not 2019. They ID'd his glasses as a fan gift from 2013. They even matched her hairstyle to pictures from 2017. All of it was an attempt to prove that the agency's timeline just didn't hold up.
And as public opinion really started to turn against him, the real-world consequences started piling up. The professional and financial damage for his once untouchable career, well, the numbers are just jaw-dropping.
More than 15 huge brands, we're talking luxury giants like Prada, started backing away. They were either reviewing, suspending, or just straight up ending their multi-million-dollar endorsement deals with him. Corporate confidence was plummeting and fast. And dropping all those deals comes with a massive price tag. The potential penalties he's facing from those canceled ad contracts alone could be close to $14 million.
But the biggest head of all, that came from his huge, highly anticipated Disney Plus series, Knock Off. Production is dead in the water. The show is postponed indefinitely, and now he's facing a potential penalty of 180 billion won. For perspective, that's 3 times the show's entire budget. Just wow. And this brings us to a phrase that people online started using a lot: karmic justice. For the public that believes the story about him demanding a $500,000 debt from her when she was at her lowest point, well, the idea of him now facing his own potential financial ruin feels, to them, like the universe balancing the scales. So, after all this, what are the big takeaways? Well, first, there was a clear, undeniable power imbalance because of their 12-year age gap. Second, the authenticity of pretty much all the key evidence, texts, voice notes, you name it, is still being fiercely debated. Third, it's clear that public opinion, driven by these online sleuths, has shaped this whole thing more than any official press release. And finally, the most important question of all, the real timeline of their relationship is still a giant mystery.
Which leaves us with this final, really tough question. On one hand, you have him, an actor who is admitted to lying to protect his career. On the other, you have a grieving family presenting what they claim is forensic proof. In this classic high-stakes he-said, she-said battle, who do you believe? And what does it say about our world when the court of public opinion becomes the final judge?